Welcome to the Daytona International Speedway Road Course. We have a great race on our hands. 6 o'clock starting time. It's gonna snow. Global warming has caused it to snow. Let's look at your starting lineup. On the front row, we have Ava Shipman with her second career pole. Alongside is Emma Stoffren. Then we have Ray Green, Sam Stoffren, Nathan Rockhill, Maddie Bowling, Scott Stoffren, who was last in practice, and then Nancy Stoffren. And then we get Matthew Darnell, Jack Moon, then Pat Green, Avery Shipley, Lyric Tanner, Delilah Shipley, Nick Green, and Cameron Evans. That's your starting lineup from the Daytona International Speedway Road Course. And now, starting the race from Daytona, this is the second time we're here. Matthew Godwin is not racing in this race, it's the road course, and we're underway from Daytona. Side by side up front, it's Emma Stoffren who has the slight lead. There it is, in the 50, 3 wide, Sam Stoffren. He gets off the track, side by side for the lead. Ray Green going for the lead here in Daytona, side by side up front. Going down low, going down this turn, Ava Shipman was going to hold the lead in this 120 lap race. Okay, nobody wrecked yet, and look at this. Here, look at that. Big contact made with the leaders, and here comes Emma Stoffren back right by the 50 with Ray Green. And it's Ava Shipman who leads at the road course of Daytona. Ava Shipman, a good road course racer in her time from iRacing. And she is an iRacing road course ringer. Let's see who is in the back. Cameron Evans in last. Then we get, there's Avery Shipley, Delilah Shipley, Nick Green. He is moving up quickly here in Daytona. Why? Because he started when 15th, and now he is already back in 13th, and he has moved up. And it's Ava Shipman who leads in the Daytona night race. How about Nathan Rockhill and Maddie Bowling 4th and 5th? And how about in 6th? We didn't talk about him until the start of the race. That's Sam Stoffren. And now on the break, side by side for the lead. Trying to outbreak her, can't. And with Stoffren trying to take the lead, side by side for 4th. Maddie Bowling tries to take 4th. And now back on the break. The 9 continues to lead here in Daytona. Pat Green in the top 10 here today. And this is not surprising. Scott Stoffren is not known to run good on road courses. He is in 11th. Remember, he started in the top 10. And we still have a battle up front. Ava Shipman continues to lead. Let's ride along. We're with Emma Stoffren in that 14. Oh, you saw Emma Stoffren just get a little loose. But how about Ray Green? Ray Green. Every time when we come to a road course, he's kind of good. But really, he's the second best road course racer in real life. He has a lot of road course top 10s. When surprisingly, he has more road course top 10s than his son, and we have a battle for the lead. Back down on the break. Here, brakes. Here comes the 14. The 14 up high. Cannot take it away. And the 50 is going for second, and Ray Green is going to get it still side by side for second. No, it's still the 14 in second. There's the 50. There's Nathan Rockhill in the 45. Nathan Rockhill, he is fast. And it's still Cameron Evans in the 77 in last. Then we have Avery Shipley. And now let's look at the full leaderboard. Last on up. Cameron Evans, Avery Shipley, Delilah Shipley, Nick Green, Jack Moon, Scott Sofrin, Pat Green. How about this? How about this? She has worked her way up front. Lyric Tanner in the 82. Then we get Nancy Sofrin, Matthew Darmel. In the 16 we have Sam Sofrin, Maddie Bowling, Nathan Rockhill, Ray Green, Emma Sofrin, and of course the Indianapolis winner. And of course the Indianapolis winner and the best iRacing road course racer, Ava Shipman. Ava Shipman got the pole, and the last time she got the pole, she went on to win the race. What track was that? That was at the Daytona International Speedway. I mean the Indianapolis Oval. And she leads lap number 3, coming to lap number 4. Past lap, here on lap 4. Look at the 14 with a big move. And the 45 was going for third. Cannot take third. Now, that 9, Ava Shipman, in the same setup she had in Indianapolis, but this time it's a road course. It's Ava Shipman, Emma Sofrin, Ray Green, Nathan Rockhill, Maddie Bowling, Sam Sofrin, Matthew Darmel, Nancy Sofrin, Nick Tanner, and Pat Green in the top 10. Pat Green in the 21. She has quietly moved her way up on the road course leaderboard, on the road course finishing leaderboard here on lap number 4 of 120. This is a bit of a longer road course race, but great racing we will see as Ava Shipman continues to lead. Look at Emma Sofrin trying to take the lead. Emma Sofrin right behind Ava Shipman. Emma Sofrin trying to run Ava down. You know what, let's talk some more about Pat Green. Pat Green, she is a very good road course racer because she finished 4th last week. She has been getting good pit stops lately when she started 11th, and now she's already up to 10th. And Nick Green started 15th and now is up to 13th, catching Jack Moon in that 15. And another driver to watch for at the end of this race to maybe win is Ray Green. More top 10s than his son, so Ray Green was easily turning into being another road course ringer. As Ray Green sits in 3rd, it's still the Indianapolis Oval winner up front. Emma Sofrin, she's going to make a move. She's going to complete it. Emma Sofrin to the lead in Daytona. Emma Sofrin, she's also a good racer. Emma Sofrin out of the final turns in the infield section. Back onto the normal oval. Coming to the oval turn 1 and 2. Emma Sofrin in the 14. This is her first time here in Daytona, and she leads. As that number 9 is right behind her. But remember, there will be a lot of pit stops. And the car that will dominate this race, when the 14 goes to pit road, she's in 2nd, that's Ava Shipman. And it's starting to get darker by the minute. Here in Daytona, look at Matthew Darmel in 7th. And another car to look at is Pat Green. But if you are just now tuning in, Cameron Evans, she is usually running up front in these road course races. She's not. She's in last. As Ava Shipman trying to catch that 14 back for the lead, but it's Emma Stoffren in the 14. You know what? All this year, all the Stoffrens have been completely dominating. It's like they had some secret training of some sort, because all the Stoffrens recently have led a lap or two. But this driver made her debut, made her name known in Indianapolis in her debut, and she almost won that race. But then she got blown up by that number 9. Her debut was in I think at the Oval here in Daytona, and now back at Daytona she leads once again. Lap 6 of 120. This has been a kind of a slow race, but this race will be kind of long. But we can't wait to see who's going to dominate on the road course at Daytona. And now you are watching. When the Interstate Batteries 120. Let's ride along with last week's winner, Nick Green. when now I'm back, and it's still, and Ava Shipman, she was able to get around that 14. But how about Maddie Bowling? She was able to get around that 45. As Maddie Bowling moves her 17 car up to 4th. Maddie Bowling, she is also a good road course racer. But remember, global warming did this. There is a snow warning. I mean, there is a snow advisory. It is very cold here in Daytona. I mean, it's in the 70s, but it's going to drop off. The weather was going to drop off, and it's going to snow later tonight here in Daytona, here on lap 11 of 120. And now we see some drivers pitting, as they do to second place. That's 17. Then it's Matthew O'Donnell in 3rd. Then we get to Nancy Soffren, Jack Moon, Scott Soffren, Nick Green, Delilah Shipley, and when Avery Shipley, and then Cameron Evans, top 10. So the top 10 stayed out, and it's still the leader. Ava Shipman leads in Daytona. Can she get it done? Don't look now, but look who's in second and is running her down. That's Maddie Bowling. And now it is nighttime here in Daytona. How about that 41 very fast? But another car we'll to keep an eye on is at number 14. And just like that, after pit stops, Pat Green is in last. Pat Green in last place here in Daytona. How about that? Pat Green running in last, and that's not surprising. I mean, that is not too surprising. That is somewhat surprising because she is good. Well, as Pat Green continues to ride in last, Ava Shipman leads in Daytona. How about Maddie Bowling in second? And how about this? And how about this car right here with the ISMA champion from this year, Matthew O'Donnell, in the same sponsor, when same setup he ran here in the Rolex 24. Matthew O'Donnell leads in Daytona. I mean, Matthew O'Donnell is in third. Then it's Nancy Soffren, Jack Moon, Scott Soffren, Nick Green. Then we get to that 14. And just like that, Pat Green is still in last. She is not going to pass the other cars, which means Pat Green continues continues to run 16th in that last position. She needs to get a win today. Tonight or tomorrow. Or next week. Next week we go to the Texas road course. And then we stay in Texas for the only race in the round of 8. And then we get to the next round. And then we get to the Championship 4 for Long Beach. And that is going to be crazy. 4 cars racing from Long Beach. And is Pat Green going to still continue to run in last? As Nick Green came in pit road, same as Nancy Soffren. Those two will have been battling all year. When it will not be surprised, and we will not be surprised to see the 51 come out of pit road before him. And yes, Nancy Soffren comes out of pit road before Nick Green. And now they are near the end of pit road, so there's Nick Green coming out of pit road here, and Nick Green in 10th. And what a pit stop! Nick Green is just going to be right behind his brother. But what a pit stop by Nancy Soffren as she comes out in 9th. No, in 8th. As it's still Pat Green in the 21 and last. And now, Ava Shipman, Maddie Bowling, and Matthew O'Donnell, top 3. Look at Scott Soffren, not even close to the top 4. Scott Soffren in 5th. There's the top 4, and there's Scott Soffren. When catching them was now that 14. Now that 14, how about this? In the 14, who is that in the 14? You say that's Emma Soffren. Can Nathan Rocco hold his brother off? Wow, Nathan Rocco has pulled away from Nick Green. Battle for the lead in the infield section. Here comes big block by the rookie. And going low, trying to take the lead. Cannot. Did you see that battle? What a battle that was between the 2 rookies that made their debut in Indy. We're right along with Maddie Bowling, another ISMA champion. She was the Chevrolet ISMA champion from this year. With the Pontiac, the Mercedes ISMA champion from this year was that driver in 3rd, Matthew Rommel. And it's still Ava Shipman up front here in Daytona. Here in lap 15 of 120. As at number 17 pits, Matthew O'Donnell. He is 1 spot closer with taking the lead away. Can Matthew O'Donnell run that leader down? Remember, here in lap 16, just 50 laps left on Ava Shipman.